Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Good Morning Crypto, where we turn your early hours in the financial world to your edge in the financial world. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about Jerome Powell's little speech that he's going to do at 10 a.m. I say little speech, but we all know it's not that little. We've also got a little article pulled up about a massive Ethereum transfer and an article in confluence with that about miners OTC wallets. So let's dive in and get you prepped for success.
Good morning. I'm David. That's BC. We've been here every morning this week. Are you going to dive in?
Well, I was definitely going to dive in. Let me get that first article pulled up for you, and then we can go over that.
Hey, guess what?
What's that?
It's August 23rd, 2024. It is a Friday at 5:50 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, it's Friday. We're ready for the weekend. Energy.
I've got all the energy. I'm supposed to pick up my car from the shop, so I'm
Yay.
just riding this wave all day.
Getting our cars from the shops like some plebs.
Oh yeah, I've missed driving so much.
Oh man, that's a lot of fun. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you. I know it's been a while. Huh?
Oh yeah, it's been too long.
A couple months.
Yeah. Well,
Has it been a couple months?
Yeah.
It's been a month.
Well, I went and got a motorcycle instead. It was like, screw it, I'll spend less in gas. And
There you go.
had some fun, and then finally took my car to the shop. But let's hop over to this Ethereum article.
While you do that, I'll be right back.
Oh
I'll be right
no.
back.
Oh no, David. All right. So, massive 300,000 Ethereum transfer stuns major U.S. exchange. Prominent blockchain tracker Whale Alert, which monitors large cryptocurrency transfers, has detected two enormous Ethereum chunks making their way to US-based public trading cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase. These transfers took place consecutively while the Ethereum price demonstrated a 3% increase over the last 24 hours. 150,000 ETH valued at 395 million US dollars transferred from unknown wallet to Coinbase. And then a little bit after that, 150,000 Ethereum valued at 395 million US dollars was transferred to the wallet on Coinbase. Both transfers took place slightly over 4 hours ago. Many X-users shared their takes on these mammoth transfers in comments, believing that whales are selling ETH and expecting the Ethereum price to face major new lows soon. Prior to those transfers, another anonymous whale shoveled a staggering almost 20,000 Ethereum, just one short, to the world's largest exchange, Binance. That was equivalent of $52 million. I know you're the one that shared this article with me. I definitely
Whoa, whoa,
missed it.
whoa, whoa.
I know David's doing my job.
A super diamond hand whale.
I
Did you
mean,
read that part?
I did not. Oh, it's right
Uh,
there.
As reported by you today earlier, a quote super diamond hand end quote whale unloaded 15,000 ETH worth almost $40 million on Thursday. This user bought a staggering 96,639 ETH worth more than $151 million on Coinbase for $1,567 per coin in September of 2022. He held that stash until March 2024. After the bull market took off in that month, he sold 55,000 ETH at $3,199 for $176 million and held 41,639 ETH until yesterday. The total profit made by this investor comprised an impressive $132 million. Earlier this week, Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin published on an X post in which he shared that he has received advice to do, quote, do less philosophizing and do more Ethereum bull posting, end quote. Therefore, he issued a tweet with an image of a bull on a hill covered in green grass and wearing a board with the text saying, Ethereum is good. This provoked the Ethereum price surge in the second half of the week. Oh, I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did.
Yeah, that's the only reason it surged. It was Vitalik.
My God. So yeah. So what do you think about all this Ethereum coming onto exchange?
Honestly, I don't think it's gonna take very long to start getting bought up. Uh, normally you see these kind of moves. In a couple instances, one, there's someone that's been holding, like the guy at the bottom who super diamond handed his Ethereum and is just taking profits, and then you have with Coinbase being the main financial person for moving the Ethereum for these ETFs, probably being
Custodian.
custodian. There we go.
There
Thank
we
you for
go.
that. But
Yes, sir.
they're probably going to be moving this Ethereum over to the ETFs, and this is a big part of why it gets moved over, because there's people wanting it and they've been waiting for it, and Coinbase is like, hey, well, if you sell to us, we already have the buyer, so just give it here. Give it here. We'll take care of that for you. And these people are already in profit. They're not your retail users who were like, "Oh, Ethereum's at 3,000 something. Let's buy now cuz it's going up." These are the people that bought back during the last one when Ethereum was like $500 and they're sitting on big profits.
Yeah. Yeah. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I think they're selling a little early. I think all this Ethereum coming on exchange could mean that we are looking for a move up. As coins come on exchange, typically that is what happens. But we'll see. We'll see.
Most definitely. Let me get this other article pulled up. It goes in confluence with it. We have the crypto.
And after that, we'll get into some charts.
Most definitely. We have crypto OTC desks now hold 22 billion in Bitcoin, like crypto quant. So the number of BTC held in wallets tied to over-the-counter desks has surged to 368,000 BTC, the highest since June 2022, according to CryptoQuant. Miners often turn the OTC deals to sell Bitcoin. Crypto over the counter desks, which act as an intermediary between the two trading parties without revealing information about the trade to the public, now hold 368,000 Bitcoin, worth over 22 billion, according to the data tracking firm CryptoQuant. And this just goes a lot into the Ethereum being moved over to exchange, because normally you see these minor Bitcoin OTC wallets being at their largest points when they're expecting the price of Bitcoin to surge. Because why would you sell it if you know the price is going up? You wouldn't. You'd hold on to it. I don't know if you have any
Yes.
thoughts on this.
I don't.
Oh, all right then.
No. I wasn't really paying attention. Sorry. I was looking at the chart.
Not a problem.
I was getting ready.
I can toss that over to you so you can show these people your wonderful Bitcoin chart for the morning, if you're ready.
I'm always ready.
All right, let me get that over to you.
Mm, that's definitely not true, but okay. All right. Oh, hey guys. Hey. It's been a week. So what have we done so far? So, beginning of the week, got a nice move up, almost an engulfing candle. Okay. This is on the Coinbase daily chart. All right. On Tuesday, big push up to the top of the pennant here, kind of this wedge. Big push down, but we held and then consolidated, and then we pushed higher the next day. And then what do we do? Pulled back down to the resistance line, tested it for support. We did close below it, but this is the daily chart. Um, but we're getting a push off of it now, and we are still, guys, we are still below that 10-week moving average. I got a feeling that come Sunday, once this prints, because this is based off of the close, if I click on this and click stop waiting for time frames, wait for time frame closes, I mean, it kind of pushes it up a little bit, actually. Um, this is more of a smooth anyway. So, I mean, this is just, I just like this anyway. We can see where it's headed, right? So if we can get that push above today, above that 10-week, and above the dynamic reactor, and above this resistance level um, that has been tested several times for both resistance and support for this whole range, this right here. Got to get above this, and then hopefully we can do some consolidating, and not for too long, because I want this to be the start of a new 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. Um, what I don't want to see is I don't want to see us come up, come down, and then come up and put in something about equal in length as this one, because that means that this is more likely that just an ABC correction to the upside, and that we will probably, this is going to be an area of resistance right here. That means we would probably see downside, more downside, if that was the case, which is still which is possible. So I don't think it's not, because it is definitely still possible. Um, I thought okay. So when I crunched it up, it started getting all funky looking. I don't know. Looking at that 10-week. So yep, momentum is looking good. We're above the 50 now on the daily, above the 50 on the daily, kind of shifting, kind of, starting to get a little push. So, man, we can just break through that dynamic reactor today at about, well, the top side of that is going to be 61,825. So if we can get above that, and push and close above that today, that would be great. and hopefully go into the weekend and consolidate over the weekend. Um, because weekends typically low volume, not a whole lot going on. Maybe we can get some further pushes to the upside on the weekend, but doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Yesterday, you can see the trade setup did not work out, but that's okay. We live to fight another day, right? It is what it is. Now, Blackie Chan did more low leverage trade, or at least one that gave him a little more drawdown. It's all right. I mean, I pulled my leverage down a little bit to allow room for my trade. Personally, just being transparent about that. Um, and so far, it's playing out for me. It's doing well. But looking at this 4 hour charts, kind of got me a little bit uncertain. But we did break above the dynamic reactor, come back down to back test it. So this should hopefully start to see some continuation in here. Got a little bit of a triangle in here. I don't really like it, to be honest. It's not real clean to me, and I really just don't care for triangles all that much, to be honest. Right now we're in right here, this consolidation range. So this is what we got. Powell speaking today. I'm not sure what he will say or anything like that, but all I know is that if we do have a chance to come out of this consolidation range and push to the upside, so we could come down out of that consolidation range into this previous consolidation range where we saw some demand clearly, because that's where we saw a push to the upside, and then another consolidation range after pushing through this strong sell area. Okay, so we've been consolidating back where we just sold off at. So that looks good, but it could just be more distribution in here. The good thing is that the RSIs are following price action instead of diverging against it. There's a slight there's a slight divergence here, which just means if there's a slight divergence, typically that means you are getting just a pullback and a larger move to the upside. So that's what I'll be looking for today, as we do have some lows in here that the market maker might try to attack, where long stop losses could be, as it comes down and dips into that area of demand and pushes to the upside. So that is what I've got for today. Maybe some early morning sell off and then a push to the upside. We'll just have to wait and see. Back to you, BC.
All right. Well, I was doing a little bit of charting in the background. Sniper's Nightmare asked for algo. I don't know if you want to pull that up instead. You can be a little bit quicker than I am. But I have Bitcoin pulled up this morning. I was looking at Bitcoin versus the Dixie. We have Bitcoin in this nice little pennant formation, consolidating right around where I wanted to see, right on top of the 236. That's why I had entered this super low leverage, like 3x long, the other day at like 8:30 when we were showing signs of reversal. And compared to the Dixie, let me get that pulled up real quick. We have the Dixie on the daily chart, and if you scroll back here, you can see this strong support line has finally been broken, which is usually a good indicator for potential upside to your assets. We also have it breaking the 50% line on a fib retracement from this low over here at 89, pulled to a high of 114. So I'd expect a little retest of this 50% line before possibly seeing a little more downside on the dollar, as we're seeing a lot of currencies be very strong against the dollar. So that's just kind of what I'm looking at for today. That's what gave me confluence on my low leverage long from the other day. I'm going to toss that back over to you.
Looking at algo. Well, first of all, I do want to say one thing first because I should have said it yesterday, but it was too early and I didn't think about it, and I just thought about it. But I want to say congratulations to a dear friend, one Alex O Crypto, to him and Mrs. Otter, Amy. Congratulations to you two on the birth of your beautiful son. I haven't seen him because you put a little smiley face over his face, but I know he's beautiful. So just want to say congratulations to you two, and good luck, cause you're gonna need it. No, kids are great, and especially newborn. Actually, newborns are actually super easy. It's not until they start being able to do stuff when it really gets difficult. All right, but anyway, looking at algo here. Oh, first of all, good morning, Sniper's Nightmare, and good morning, hola, French Toaster. There we go. All right, that's all we got so far this morning. So yeah, looking at algo on the 4-hour chart, we can see it's been pretty bullish recently. So this is what I'm talking about. Let me just go ahead and do this. So we had a channel going on here that we broke out of. Let's see what the measured move on that would be. There's two different measured moves. This is the not so conservative measured move. This gets you out to about 15.8, 16 cents, somewhere in there. The also conservative move has already played out, and we have hit that target on the more conservative move, and it is also at the top. It's close to the value area high. But if I that's of this whole range. Let's go ahead and pull this real quick. Pull this a little further. This fixed range volume profile. See what we've got going on. Whoa. Okay. That's some craziness. There we go. All right. So we are sitting. We're sitting at the point of control. If we can get above that and get a close above that, then we might start pushing even higher. But right now we are sitting really high on our RSIs. Getting a little bit of a bearish divergence in here. If the RSI starts to fall off a little more, just be careful and be cautious. This could just consolidate further or can push higher, but I mean it is showing. It's showing strength, but it's starting to put in a little bit of a bearish divergence in here, and not really a little bit. It's pretty hefty one actually. We're sitting at the point of control, which would have been the upside target. We do have the dynamic reactor below us, so we could just be seeing a pullback um, into. We could just be seeing a pullback for just for consolidation and then expansion. Now we've got Sniper sharing stuff in the Discord. He's short on Aligo. Like I was bearish divergence. Um, so that's probably what he wanted to see on that. But it is above that 10-week SMA, so that is good, and it consolidated on top of it. I probably personally wouldn't try to short this to the ground or anything like that. It would be a short-term scalp if I was to short it. But I mean, this chart is actually, if it can get above this point of control at 0. 138 and close a daily candle above that, maybe even close the weekly this weekend above that, then um, might see more upside from Algo. I mean, it looks nice, but this is part of that thing that I was talking about where this could be an ABC if it breaks down from here. If this comes back down and uh, breaks, well, I guess the low is technically where we wouldn't want it to see breaking, but this low right here, this last swing low, um, yeah. So this would be the upside here, um, at 15.6, 15.8. If it comes here and then it stalls or we get a nice bearish divergence, then I would be concerned about this being just an ABC correction to the upside, and then that we will see more downside off of that. Hopefully, that's not the case for algo holders, but yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, right now, I'm just kind of, I would say, short term scalp short, uh, back to this consolidation range, and then go from there. See what it does from there. Back to you, BC.
All right. Well, I have near pulled up, kind of touching on what I talked about yesterday. We ended up breaking through these highs that I was talking about at $4.45. 40, yeah, around 45 cents. That was this little consolidation phase we had before breaking lower and underneath the 382 of this range. Had a little rejection right where I thought we were going to, right around $4.66. That was this little area right here. And I'm kind of looking for a slight consolidation here as we reclaim the levels as support and waiting for Jerome Powell's speech at 10 a.m. before I really make a move either way. But I would expect if he comes in dovish that we would see a little move to the upside off of this towards the 50% line at let's see, $4.88, and a little retest of that range where we had a little up down on it from here as we tried to hold that range before losing it. So that's my little look on near today. I will toss that back over to you. Short and sweet.
I don't even know. I'm just over here like trying to find something to look at. Come on. Give me a request. Let's go. Oh, have you guys heard of TRB? Have you heard of TRB? TRB was up 25%. It is currently up 17.3%. So it's having a nice little pumps. But we can see that it has come up to this previous support. It is now testing it as resistance. If it can get a close above that, then it can definitely continue to push higher. So that's the theme is we need some closes above resistance and turning them and flipping them into support. That is what that's what we need. There's another thing over here that I noticed that was popping off earlier. It was up. This thing was up just earlier, 64%. I don't know what this is. BizSwap? BC, do you know what that is? Have you ever heard of that?
I have not.
Hmm.
I don't
Well,
pay attention to a lot of DeFi though, so that's what that sounds like.
oh, because it's a swap.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I don't pay a lot of attention to DeFi either, but I mean, when stuff is moving, kind of, all right, see, like this matrix fire, whatever this is, like, kind of want to short it, but not really, because this is a nice accumulation right here. But again, everything is coming up to its resistance, it seems like almost everything is. And yeah, it's like a test for everything right now, including Ethereum. Um, still wanting to see it get above this resistance right here. That was previously support. So that is all I'm waiting for on Ethereum, which, with everything else looking like it's doing something like this, I mean, I could definitely see that happen for Ethereum. And it would just get a little overheated, and then we would pull back and then consolidate further, probably underneath that dynamic reactor, and then get pushing even higher. This is the bull case. The bearish case is we bounce off of that resistance and then just continue lower or consolidate further before, or consolidate down here, rather probably down here where this wick is, consolidate. Man, it's ugly. Push off of resistance, come down, consolidate down here, sideways, right? And then push down even further. That's what we don't want to see. Doesn't mean it can't happen though. Anything can happen. Yeah, I don't know. It's 620. Here's a crypto called Silly Dragon. This is something that you should not buy because it's garbage. I don't even know what it is, and I know it's garbage. No. I've never even heard of Silly Dragon. What is this? It's probably some type of gaming thing. That would be my guess. Oh gosh, such an ugly chart.
Just looks a little bit manipulated.
It looks like it's just been selling off ever since its existence. Is what it looks like. What is ETH BTC looking like? That's what I want to know. At Lunar Beaches. I'm getting an at. Go to yourself, please. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Are you going to yourself?
Yep. Give me a second. All right. I saw FET in the chat, so I've got that pulled up. That's Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance. So, have this little parallel channel pulled up. It goes from back in May. We've been in a decent little downtrend where we ended up losing the 236, ended up coming down here, consolidating on the 618 before losing that as well, bouncing off of the platinum pocket and coming back up, and slowly just losing that. Most of this, of course, was from the consolidation with FET, Ocean, and what was it? There was one more. I'm drawing a blank on the name of the project right now. That all consolidated to make a one project. But as you saw with them all combining, we got a nice little consolidation on price and had just been moving slowly sideways before reclaiming the dollar level and getting back to the top of the channel, where we are now seeing a rejection, which is right underneath the 786. I'd like to see the dollar hold where when we pull back before moving up again and breaking the channel and finding some support at the top of that. Of course, that is very, very dependent on how Jerome Powell's speech goes today. Because the riskier the asset, the more it will be affected by these dovish sentiments that we are probably going to be seeing from Jerome Powell. I know you had, I can't remember what her name was, but one of the chairmen of, or chairwoman, I should say, came out yesterday and was saying that her sentiment on things would be a 25 basis point cut, which is what we would like to see as investors. We don't want scariness in the markets. We want surety. We want that nice 25 point basis cut so that we can know that their sentiment for the market is also aligned with our sentiment, while we're also seeing the dollar be very weak against other currencies like the British pound and the euro, where the euro is at a yearly high against the dollar and is kind of taking the dollar spot in a lot of the world stage right now. And this is what we don't want to see as a US investor. We want our dollar to be stronger. And to get this done, while other countries are cutting, we will also need to cut rates, because they're getting to their point where they're going to cut rates again and be at a 50-point basis cut from where they originally started at the peak. So this is kind of what I'd like to see for today with Jerome Powell. I will toss that back over to you and see if you got one more chart for the people, or if we get to the little ending segment of the show.
We can get to the ending segment of the show. We can just talk it out
All right, sounds good.
because I'm just kind of thinking over here.
Thank you, Army Piper. It was Ajax on that.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was AGIX. Yeah. Army Piper's in the chat.
Yes, he is.
Wow, he's up early. Good morning, Army Piper.
And we have Alexandra G in the chat as well.
Alexander G.
Best
Sounds
mod
good.
in the house.
So, we think Powell's gonna be dovish, in the sense that what? What do you think his rhetoric will be like?
I definitely believe he's going to speak a lot on the job numbers that just came out. Also with both the numbers revision and the job numbers that we got from this past week that were a little higher than expected, where the FOMC minutes were talking about these were the signs that they needed to see before they would be confident to even cut rates. So this is why I am expecting a dovish outlook from Jerome Powell, because he's been very, very, very adamant about not wanting to cut rates too soon and needing to see some signs of weakening in the economy before he was confident in cutting rates, so he could get that soft landing that he was shooting for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It seems like we've gotten somewhat of a soft landing to me for now. I don't know what the future entails, but yeah, I'm interested to hear what he says about those job numbers, if he does indeed talk about them. Because I don't know. What is dovish? I guess you mean dovish from a market perspective.
Yes, dovish as in he's looking at cutting rates versus hawkish raising rates, or keeping them the same.
Do you guys hear that same stuff that I'm hearing with when he talks sometimes, when he kind of sounds like a robot? BC, that is. You've been sounding kind of a little bit like a robot today.
Oh no.
Just every now and then, not all the time.
I swear I'm a real person.
No, we are actually AI generated. This is an AI generated show. Just in case you didn't know. And full disclosure, we are not real, and this is not financial advice.
It looks
But yeah.
like both French Toaster and Army Piper have said that it sounds good on my end. So it's only
Okay.
you that gets the special privilege of Robot BC.
All right, man. It's Friday. It's time for the weekend. It's time to. We're prepped for success for the day. We know to let Pal speak, see what he says, and yeah, we'll go from there. Well, I'll be in the chats. I think you might be in the chats.
Yes, I will definitely be in the chats when I get little breaks from work because things are kind of
Same.
slow for me. So
Things are busy for me at work, so I don't get to. I haven't been able to get to the chat a lot this week. It
uh,
is what it is, though. I like it. I like being busy at work because it makes the work go by faster.
oh, most definitely.
But I got to get ready for work. Speaking of which, so thank you all for joining us, and I do greatly appreciate each and every single last one of you, as always, for watching. Don't forget hit that like button. It helps boost us in that YouTube algorithm. Like this and subscribe to the channel and Piper Academy as well. What do the people need to do today?
Oh, they need to make sure to tune in to Piper Academy at 9:30 Eastern Time for that market open show. And keep their eyes peeled because this may be going to a different channel Monday next week.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we get the all go, I guess.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Just see what the
Uh,
sentiment on this week has been. See if we have progressed to where we would like to be to see it on Piper Academy Monday morning, bright and early.
It would be fantastic.
Most definitely.
So keep an eye out for that. Go over to that channel. Go over to Piper Academy and subscribe to that channel so that you can see our beautiful faces Monday through Friday. Sometime at between 6:30 and 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are blue collar workers. We get up early to do this just because we absolutely love it and enjoy it, and are very passionate about it. So yeah, just give us a follow, and we appreciate every single one of you. Mad love, and see you next week.
Oh well.
Or maybe Sunday, but go ahead.
Everyone, wake up.
It's going to be a good day.